continue prospecting. Today we're out in the river, and we brought our Green Mountain gold trap. We're going to get it set up. We're going to run some material, and we're going to put some gold in the pan. We were lucky today we got the inventor with us. He's going to show us a little bit more about how it's working, Joseph. Thank you very much for the invitation to come out and see how this machine works. I cannot wait to get this thing wet and put some gold in the pan. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's get busy. We're out on the creek with a couple people today, guys. Some folks from Michigan. And we're gonna have a good time today, running a couple different things. We got some classifiers, we got some magnetics tools. We got a magnet probe from Placer Supply, Placer Tools in Canada, Alan. He makes some great stuff, and we're out here sampling in a couple places, gonna find some heavies and find some gold. Haven't been here 3 minutes, guys. I took my magnetic sand probe and I probed under a boulder, saw some good black sands, went ahead and did about 3 shovels worth. And I got a couple smaller pieces in there, but that one's not too tiny right there. That's my first piece. It's chunky too. It wants to roll around in the pan. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see what we can get out of this place today. Green Mountain Gold Trap, Riverbed Hog, and the Pastry Finder. Those are 2 cool units. We're gonna use 2 riverbed hogs here today, I believe, to set up and run. So we're gonna set them up, get some gold, and show you guys. Stay tuned.
You want to bring it up?
Getting the 3-foot riverbed hog set up here, guys.
You want to bring it up?
Get the right kind of drop on it. Plenty of fluidization in the bottom of that trap. Fluid bed traps are a little bit different than your typical system. This is a fluid bed classifier. Plenty of water flow. Bring it up just a little bit so it's not quite so steep. That's looking good.
As long as you can get his capture tray out. Should be able to. Yeah, it's free over the front lip.
Awesome. Awesome. See how they're building this. We're wedging it in a nice spot. It's tapered at the end, so we can get the right end stuck between a couple of rocks, it'll stay in place. And then when we go to do our clean outs, all we do is just block off the river flow, and we pull out the capture tray and dump it in a pan and clean it out. This is going to be awesome. I cannot wait to do this. Kill it. Just a little bit of material in it to charge that trap so that it's working good and you can tell the fluidization is working. That's the cool thing about these Green Mountain gold traps is you can tell when the thing's running right because it tells you it's clear and you can see the trap working. See how the material is bouncing around and bubbling up around in there. The gold is sinking to the bottom. If there's any gold in that material, it's dropping to the bottom of the trap. Noticing how he's not dropping a bunch of material all at once. We're classifying this material. We're letting it run down the slick plate, and when it hits the classifier, it's not creating a dam up here that's making a weird water pressure system go through the trap. That was the problem with some of the other styles of the fluid bed design. You couldn't see what was going on in the trap, so people would just feed them all day long. And, you know, if you got a bunch of stuff piled up down here, it was creating a high pressure zone inside of there and blowing out some of the material. This way, it's perfectly run. It's got a good drop, everything's processing through, there's plenty of water going through the tubes at the bottom. That is working exactly how this thing is designed.
This is what people were doing.
Yeah, they were just dumping it on. You can still work it like that, but I tell you what, you get more gold if you're just a little bit more gingerly. Still run the same amount of material in the same kind of time frame. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm all about capturing more gold. Chicken. We got Joseph and his 3-foot riverbed hog set up down there. We got mine just downstream a little bit farther today. We got our buddies from Michigan all running the backhoes here. Getting some gold today. What a beautiful day. Looking good, man. You can probably just dump the rest of that right on that skid plate. Just kind of hold it over it and shake it over on top. Don't dump it too quick. There you go. Might as well keep digging out of that hole, man. We got some gold in our test pan, right?
Yep.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
We're digging underneath of this boulder. I got my test pan, my first test pan. I got a couple small pieces of gold. So where we found some gold. Just got the 1/4-inch classifier bucket going down into a nice smaller bucket, and we just take that classified material and run it nice and fast through our everything down a 1/4 inch. We got a bucket, and then we run it through our fluid bed classifier over here to capture the gold. Green Mountain Gold Trap. Joseph down there going for a little swim. Well, we still got some sunshine here today. It's a little cold. There he goes. Oh man, he did it. Woo. Refreshing. Refreshing. All right. Real easy way to classify your material, guys. Get yourself a 5-gallon bucket, cut some holes in the bottom of this, put a screen in it, and go to town. So everybody at the bottom of that bucket, isn't that easy? Everybody just cut some holes and yeah, right? Put a screen in there, go to town. Cold and wet. Just move this big white rock here down a few feet from here with a pry bar, and just going to check out some of the magnetics that are underneath there with the Glasser Tools Magnetic Sand Probe. I will never be out in the field with without a couple of these ever again. At least one for my backpack, and then when I go out with other people, it's nice to have multiple tools. This thing is incredible. You can poke around in the places where you think There might be some black sands or some heavies if that's where I want to check it out. Look at that. They got all kinds of black sand on there. So the heavies are dropping out underneath this boulder. This boulder is the first spot we did our test pan when we first got here. I did it on the back side of it and I slid it down now. This is all the stuff that's underneath of this boulder. So I'm gonna get real excited about this here in a minute. With this black sands magnetic probe, you guys got to get one of these for your arsenal. That basically blocks off the floor right there. Come down here, you pull the pin. Then you want to check up here in the classifier section a little bit. Make sure there isn't anything that's gold sitting in here. If there is, just take the pan, put a little bit of water in there, flush it on down into the trap so you can retrieve it all. Once the pin's full, you just pull the trap out.
What's your thumb? There you go.
Yeah, that's right. Thumbs in, the fingers out like this. Take that, you just drop it right in your pan. All my heavies. There's no sand inside of the trap and then you just put it back in. Right there, you take the pin, put your pin back in, and now you're ready to run some more material. You don't have to pull out any rip-off, there's no matting or anything. All you do is just dump everything in from the capture tray into here, and then I'll do a quick pan down and show you guys what we got. Hey guys, so I pan down everything to pretty much a little bit of black sands. I've got it down to a few teaspoons here full of stuff, and I've already seen some gold. So I'm going to do a quick little stratification. We'll do the spin around here. Oh, yeah, look at the small stuff. It's right there. A bunch of small stuff in there. All these pieces here. There's tons and tons and tons and tons over in here. Really super small. Pinhead sized pieces of gold you can capture with this fluid bed classifier. This thing's awesome. There's gold all through this black sand. I want to be careful with it. I don't want to. It's pretty coarse, and I know there's a lot of magnetite in it, so I want to take extra care not to blast it out. I want to play with the spin it off tool to remove those black sands. So we're going to keep all this, and then I'm going to process it a little bit later and show you guys all the gold that I got. Look at that. Look at that one right there. Look at that picker right there. It's almost a picker. That's a big old piece of gold right there. I like that. I like seeing stuff like that. Anytime I can see stuff like that in a pan, I'm a happy guy. Looking real nice, man. Looking real nice. So we've actually got a little piece of gold here on the classifier. That thing is mostly that little guy right there, and we're waiting to be dropped into the capture tray. You know, gold prospecting is about so many different things. It's about the great outdoors. It's about friendship. It's about making new friends, meeting new people, and the gold is the bonus. That's you know, right. It really is. The gold's nice, but you know, even if we came out here today and we got squat, this would be a great outing, a great day. We've had a good amount of time here, and this has been really fun.
Yes, it has. Always is.
It never stops. Never stops. We've been working this hole here pretty good, and here's the reason why. Here's my magnetic sand probe. There's a lot of black sand in there, which is a lot of heavies, and that's where the gold's going to be too. Actual miner's moss.
There we go.
Out of the moss. Block off the water flow up top. There's nothing else coming over. Now he can pull out the tray. Dump it in his pan. Super slick, super easy. You guys got to get yourselves one of these fluid bed classifiers. This is totally worth the money. It's way worth having something like this in your arsenal of stuff. Pull the pin. Pull out the trap. Dump it in a pan. It's just that easy, folks. I caught some pinhead sized pieces of gold today in my Green Mountain gold trap, and I'm going to show you guys what it all looks like when we get back. I'm going to do the cleanup with my magnetic spin it off tool. We used a lot of fun equipment here today, guys. We used the Green Mountain Gold Trap. We used the Black Sands magnetic probe from Placer Tools. We will be using the spin it off tool here to process all the black sands. You guys can see how easy that is. You know, shovels and whatnot.
Fine, it's going to give you a hard time, I think. That's some seriously coarse black.
Seriously hard cannon right there. That's Heavy City right there. All right, let's look back and see what he gets. All right, guys, let's see. Look at what we're getting. Yeah, buddy, right there. Green Mountain Gold Trap. Put the yellow in the pan, baby. That's how you do it.
That's right.
Very cool, man. Very cool. What an awesome day. These guys have been messing around here for about 3 days. That's a real decent take. We're coming out for a few hours and digging in the creek, man. That's awesome. Yep. All right, this is the stuff that we got out today. There's some really fine material there.
I pushed a lot back too because I was quick panning.
No worries, man. It's amazing to see how small of a pinhead sized piece of gold you can catch with that fluid bed classifier.
Can you see that little tiny one there?
Absolutely. It's like itty bitty teeny weeny. Look at how small that stuff is. Look at how small that stuff is.
That fluid bed classifier, catch it.
Right? You guys are from Michigan, so
This is about the gold we get in Michigan.
Right, you guys get a lot of really fine flour gold in that part of the country up there. And we're getting it here too, where we're at in Pennsylvania, right? So we don't have to worry. But yeah, there's some, you know, there's some truth to what's in the pan and what shows up in the pan. And, you know, we use those things all day today and had a blast with them. And, you know, there's just nothing wrong with going out and having a good time and enjoying yourself in nature and bringing home a little bit of gold for your poke. That's pretty cool. All right, man. It was really nice to meet you guys. I hope you guys have a good time driving home safe.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It was great meeting you.
No problem.
And that tool that you have.
Oh, the spin it off tool. Yeah,
Yes.
Man. That thing's clutch, isn't it? We just pulled all this black sand out of our concentrates.
Not a speck.
There's not a speck of gold in it. It leaves everything else that you want behind, and it is by far and above the best thing that's out there. There's some other knockoff gimmick stuff that's out there that's basically just a toy. It's not a tool. This is a tool. That is a tool. That is a tool, and so is this over here. These are nice tools to have in your arsenal if you're doing anything with black sands. If you get heavy, coarse, dense black sand, fine black sand, and you don't want to mess with it anymore, these guys are black sand people, okay?
Michigan, our Lake Superior
Lake
sand.
Superior sand. So they brought a bucket of that stuff over here for these guys to play with and to try to work through, because it's hard stuff to work through with all the black sands. But I showed him today with the spin it off tool exactly how that works. And you know, what can you say for what you saw?
For the Lake Superior black sand that we get, it would have taken me, for the amount that we put in that pan, it would have taken me 45 minutes to an hour to sit there and hand pan it and try and get it. And you're going to just get the little specks like
Exactly.
that. You pulled that black sand out and pulled it out, and I found a little black speck in less than 5 minutes.
Right.
And it was, I mean, if you get that, it'll change your black sands game.
It's a big game changer, isn't it? And
Oh,
again,
yes.
It's not a toy. This is a tool. There's a really strong magnet inside of here, and it'll mess up a phone or a computer. You definitely don't want to be wearing a pacemaker and put that up to your chest. That'd be the worst thing that ever happened to anybody. But it's a very strong magnet, and it does the job amazingly well. The way that it's constructed, the way that you can separate the black sands from everything else and just get everything out of the way. I strap one to one of my sluice boxes when I go out and mine a little bit. I strap this bad boy to one of my 8-inch wide river sluices, and most of the black sand that runs through that sluice box collects right on the end of that thing. I pull it off, put it in a pan, save it for later, put it in your garden. It's good stuff. Black sand is great. It's magnetic material. It's iron ore and magnetic hematite, magnetite. There's all kinds of fun stuff you can do with this stuff. You know, it's worth not clogging up your sluice box. You know, it's worth not clogging up your pan when you do your panning session at the end of the day. You know, it's easy to use good equipment and make a good choice on what you're going to do for yourself. This is one of the best things that I have ever done for myself as far as my mining goes. That is by far and above one of my most valuable tools because of the time that it saves me, and what, you know, the principles that are on display are absolutely unreal.